Good morning. I'm Deacon Jay, and today is the 1st of January, 2023. Happy New Year. In 1970, Pope Paul VI instituted this feast day, Solemnity of Mary. This is the feast we celebrate today. Mary is the Mother of God. In his encyclical on devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary, he wrote, "This celebration, assigned to January 1st in conformity with the ancient liturgy of the city of Rome, is meant to commemorate the part played by Mary in this mystery of salvation. It's meant also to exalt the singular dignity which this mystery brings to the Holy Mother, through whom we were found worthy to receive the author of life." Mary's title, then, Mother of God, makes me reflect on the gift of motherhood. Many of us had mothers who were very compassionate. Of course, they weren't perfect, as Mary is. My mother was a softie. If I did something bad, which of course I rarely did, she would give me some punishment. But I knew that if I waited a while, she would reduce the punishment as long as I appealed to her before my father came home. Also, I knew that if I wanted something, my best approach was to go to my mother rather than my father, and then she would kind of help me to get it often. The Blessed Virgin Mary, the Mother of God, is our Heavenly Mother. As he hung on the cross, Jesus told the Apostle John, "Behold your mother." So she is our spiritual mother, and we can turn to Mary in heaven when we're in need of compassion and mercy. Also, we can and should use Mary as our intercessor as we pray to Jesus through Mary. Some Christians believe that Mary isn't a virgin or that she isn't the Mother of God. This is disrespectful to Mary, and it's also disrespectful to Jesus. Mary, as the mother of Jesus, was a tabernacle who held Jesus in her womb for 9 months. By faith, we know that God picked the perfect woman, one without sin, to be Jesus' mother. And we also know this because the angel addressed her as full of grace. Now, Mary isn't God, and she doesn't eclipse or diminish Christ. On the other hand, her role can only help to clarify Christ's role. We venerate her for her role as the Mother of God and the Mother of Jesus' Church. But we don't worship her, since she isn't God. As the Mother of Jesus, she's the closest to God of all the saints. We know that Jesus took Mary up to heaven, body and soul, as soon as her earthly mission was over. This is the dogma of the Assumption, defined by the Church. It makes sense that the woman who bore God in her womb should be borne by God into heaven and not left in a grave to turn back into dust. Just as a mother, Eve, had been involved intimately in the fall, God sent the Messiah through a virgin, Mary, the new Eve, to involve a mother intimately in the redemption. God gives his mother Mary a special place in the ongoing history of salvation to tell us something about his love for us. His love is faithful, strong, and indestructible because he's our Father. But it's also gentle, patient, ever-present, always watching over us, like a mother. Mary, our heavenly queen and spiritual mother, reminds us of this. This solemnity shows the relationship of Jesus to Mary. It's a perfect example of how we should venerate Mary, and is a good foundation for our understanding of Mary's role. The Church puts this feast of this solemnity on the first day of the new year to emphasize the importance of Mary's role in the life of Christ and of the Church. We commemorate various saints on different days of the year, but Mary is the most prominent saint of all. She has a special role and mission given to her by God. As mother of our Redeemer and of all redeemed, she reigns as queen at the side of Christ the King. She is a powerful intercessor for all our needs. We see this in the wedding feast at Cana, when Jesus honors his mother's wishes. In celebrating her special feast day, we acknowledge this great gift for the Church and the world. We call on her to be actively involved in our daily life and we imitate her virtuous life as a great inspiration and cooperate with all the graces we get through her. So today, as we begin a new year, let us resolve to celebrate and honor Mary, who brings us the human face of Jesus. On Mary's special feast, we all might reflect on the gift of motherhood. What memories come to mind when we think of our mother? Is she sometimes a softy, as my mother was? And what sort of relationship do we have with Mary, our spiritual mother? Do we use her as an intercessor to place our prayers before Jesus? Happy New Year. Have a great day and a great year.